It's just an event. The Aussie claims, "We love our king" after the king battles protests on overseas tour. The king faced protests from anti-monarchy groups during his foreign trip. Hello kings and queens, please make sure to subscribe and click the notifications bell icon so you don't miss any premium updates about the British royal family. Alexander Fultz, spokesman for the Australian Royal League, criticised the protests against King Charles during his current visit to Australia. Speaking to GB News, Fultz dismissed Republican campaigns as a classic event and very sleepy, uninteresting. "I think it's just a classic Republican campaign of events. Again, very sleepy and not very interesting. I'd like to hear Republicans tell us how they're going to make our country better than it already is," he said. He added, "Instead of attacking people like me and our system of government, which we know throughout history works well, what would they change for the better? They can't tell us. They could never tell us that, so we're not too concerned with them. We're having a great celebration of the tour." The comments come as King Charles III and Queen Camilla begin their first visit to Australia as monarchs. The royal couple arrived in Sydney on Friday evening, kicking off a 6-day tour that includes engagements in Sydney and Canberra. They were joined by members of St Thomas Anglican Church in North Sydney at the service, which was presided over by the city's Archbishop, the Reverend Kanishk Ravel. The royal couple met with some well-wishers after a crowd of a few hundred people, many of whom had been queuing since early morning, were allowed into the church area to speak to the royal couple after the service. For most people, it was a cursory greeting and a chance to deliver flowers or take a photo. Lynn Tarbuck attended with her Republican husband, Bob, and 2 of her King Charles Spaniards. "I think the forces are united. If we have a problem in Australia, they will help us," she said of the monarchy. "We are a very large country with a small population, so the more help we get the better." Roslyn Dory, who saw the Queen during her visit to Australia in 1980, said she was very emotional after receiving a strong handshake from the King. "I do not recognise the illegal occupation of this country," he said. He started using the megaphone, but the police told him to put it down or face a fine. Also on Sunday, the King presented the New South Wales Parliament with an hourglass to mark the Senate's bicentenary. He also gave a speech to the guests in which he spoke of his great joy in visiting Australia for the first time as a monarch and to renew my love for this country and its people, which I have cherished for a long time. On Saturday, a day of rest for the couple, a photo was published of the King and Queen Camilla showing members of the royal family after their arrival on Friday at Admiralty House, the official residence of the Australian Governor-General, who represents the monarch in the country. The tour comes amid discussions about Australia's relationship with the Crown. Recent opinion polls show that 45% of Australians support retaining the monarchy, while 33% support a republic. The Australian Republican movement called the visit the Found's farewell tour. Fultz took particular issue with Graham Smith, chief executive of the UK-based anti-monarchy group Republic, being in Australia during the royal visit. "The fact that a foreign organisation is funding it with foreign money to interfere in Australia's internal affairs is disgraceful," Smith said. He added, his return flight must be booked as soon as possible. "We have no desire for this foreign interference in Australia to continue." Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more updates.